Hello YouTube, this is Mickey D bringing you episode 29 of Stationeers. As you can see, our upgraded battery storage is doing pretty good. Yeah, so that's good. More surplus power, obviously, and that's with the base idling, so that will drop, but we can't charge all three. Let's see what it does under real world. It took it a while to charge the third one. I am running the beta now. Hang on, my cat's chewing on stuff. Hey, get. I'm just going to take it away from you. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Yes, I am running the beta now. And so in the beta, which is the first thing we're going to build, or in the beta branch right now, which is mainly some bug fixes. Looks like I read through the notes real quick. The only place I found any information was actually in the the little news blurb for the in the main menu on the game. But they've added the as I mentioned in yesterday's episode, the fixed basically beacon that there is, and I'm trying to, there it is, get beacon. So it takes 300 watts to run it, which I think is the same as a computer, if I'm not mistaken. And for some reason, I swear I move way faster. I don't know if the game's running faster in the beta, or if they've done something with the speed or something, but I almost feel like I'm like on ice skates. So I was running around earlier and running into the doors and everything. So probably expect more of that for a while until I get used to it. Oops, I didn't want that one. Yeah, I'm kind of like overshooting everything, which is, I can deal with that. Iron, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and make the beacon. We can get that set up somewhere. And something I'm tempted just to leave it running. I mean, it does take 300 watts. But I think what I'll maybe do for now is, oh, nice, we can put it on a wall too. I might just put it, oh, that's actually weird. Okay, it's only letting me put it on the wall. Oh, it's probably because I have the grates down. Let's pull up the grate. And we'll take the portable one and move it out of here. And which is nice because that gives us an extra large battery. And let me see, what does it pull up the grates? Wrench? No. Drill. Grinder. Pry bar. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I won't let it. So I think, and you can have a data port on it, which it does have a data port, which is nice. So if we want to control it remotely, we can do that. And I think, which we're not gonna, we'll just stick it right there. That'll work. And we can change this corner to a junction. And then we will have this finally up and running. Something I've been wanting in the game for pretty much ever. As long as the game's been out, let's put it that way. I really, I mean, it's, yeah, I'm glad they ordered the other, or had the other one, but yeah, that is so much better. We don't have to worry about the battery going dead, which did cause me to lose the base once. And there we go. Very nice. And kick it on, and then maybe later on, like I said, we'll hook it up to a some type of controller, so that we can, maybe have it kick. I don't know. I mean, honestly, the easiest way to do it would be have like a motion sensor. I don't know if those have a set range or if they're just by the room. Because we could just put one in every room, and basically, if none of them are active, kick on the beacon, because then that way, basically there would be nobody in the base. Obviously, that works good for single player. Wouldn't really work so well for multiplayer. But for now, we'll just kick the thing on and off manually, which is basically what we were doing for the portable one, but no longer on a battery. What else did they do on the beta line here? They've got they added I want to say there. Oh yes, the tanks. I'll show you this real quick. They changed the textures, so they look a little bit different. And it basically just says tank fill. It does have a data port on the other side, which is kind of nice. The only annoying thing is that now they actually have an upside, and so yeah, that's they're all labeled upside down. And maybe later on, I don't know, I'll run a pipe down and do a U and then bring it back up. But it is nice too, because where they do have the data port, then we could set this to turn these pressure regulators off when they're full. So it's not trying to pump anything in, but it works fine the way it is. I could see probably in some other cases you'd want maybe to have it light up when it's full, so that if you're using it or if it's empty. I mean, you can run a system off of those and just swap out tanks if you have something kind of remote or something. Definitely see it useful later on. And I think that's the only two things really added. Supposedly, and I'm gonna double check and see if it's the cooling and the heating, or the cooling and the heating of these, or I think it's the actual floor-based AC units. Supposedly those have been completely recoded. I guess some of the I want to say probably some of the heating and cooling enthusiasts, they've out of the community basically figured out a correct formula so that they're working properly and realistically, I guess. And then in conjunction with that, somebody figured out the correct energy requirements and whatnot for heating and cooling. And the devs actually took that and used it, because honestly, they've never gotten really working right. So, at one point they were talking about just pulling them out of the game, and going with kind of just the single ones like that. But I don't know, so maybe we'll mess with those later on. I have been kind of hesitant to use them because there was talk of pulling them out. I didn't want to have systems set up and, basically they get removed. Okay, so the plan for this episode is we're basically going to expand the base. So it's going to be a lot of wall building and whatnot. I don't know how much we'll get into the actual, nitty-gritty of adding the wiring and stuff up. We don't have to dig anything, so it should go relatively quick. I mean, imagine we're probably going to have to make some more plates and whatnot, but, we'll move along. Oh, wow, it ripped it apart, I guess because it was partially through it. Okay, well, I need to move it anyway. I didn't really want it to throw everything on the ground, but somewhere in there is a locker kit. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I did need to move it anyway, but not really the method I was planning on. Okay, so I guess we'll clean up this mess first. Collect all these steel frames because we're going to need these. might as well grind this one down too, because we got to do that real quick. This is where it looks like the project's at home, where it looks worse before it gets better. Alright, somewhere in all this mess, there should be... Oh, is that actually it right there? Ah, locker kit. Alright, where are we going to put this? I think we're just going to stick it on this wall. I've got... Oops. Nothing planned to go over here. So yeah, I guess obviously if you stick them partially through the wall like that, when you tear apart the wall block, it tears apart the locker too. So something good to keep in mind. I really just wish they made them go flush against the wall, but anyway. So let's clean all this stuff up here first. So in the beta notes too, just a couple other things they had in there. They've added a lot of the different like language support, so you know, they're getting that in there. They've added there's some bug fixes and whatnot. Nothing, some rendering stuff, I guess, for DirectX 9 for people who are running older video cards. So nothing like too earth shattering. Some stuff that's straightened out, like network side of, you know, if you're playing on a server, dedicated server, they fix some bugs and stuff in there. So, you know, progress, but you know, we'll see. And I don't know how often the dev branch updates, but the beta branch, I guess I should say, updates. But I guess we'll find out. And you know, the game has been really stable, so I figured it was probably, you know, and I say this, but not like a huge risk to run the stream on the beta branch. You know, it's not like you know, if I was doing a Space Engineer stream, I would not be using the dev branch. You know, so that is one good thing about the game. Steel frame. Oh, that's the iron. Okay, let's. And now we don't have any light. I'll probably end up throwing another light over here because now it's kind of hard to see in that. And yeah, we'll get all this mess cleaned up. Okay, is that everything? No more stuff's thrown everywhere. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We do have some steel sheets already on us. We'll go ahead and combine those. All right, let's get some of this stuff put down. Get some progress made here. And now this, oh. You know, we'll get steel frames going. Oh, we're gonna need to eject all that. And steel. There we go. All right, yeah, we'll get some steel frames going. I'm not going to worry about the other stuff right now. Oh, they did have, yeah, in the notes too, they had some stuff about, you know, invisible objects, stuff still disappearing. I guess it was rendering on wrong layers or something at times. There's probably a few other things in there too that I'm, you know, kind of forgetting. But like I said, nothing, you know, nothing overly major. All right, so this right here will give us enough room, I think, to put, we can hook a computer up and put our fabricator right there. And then this, we'll do a wall off here. And this is going to be our, this will be our hydroponics on the other side. Okay. we get one? Nope. Alright, jetpack. There we go. Alright, so hopefully after we get this done, this will be our... We'll be able to actually keep the base pressurized, not have to depressurize it again, because that takes forever. Yeah, that does come over a little bit far, doesn't it? Not too bad, though. We'll walk in on the side of the room, I guess. And I have not messed with the hydroponics at all, so this will be kind of, let me turn on my light. It'll be kind of a, definitely a learning experience for me on that one. And granted, it doesn't have, you know, much of a use right now, but it will, you know, have more of a use as the game develops. I'll say I'm thankful that so far they haven't done anything that's broken any of the, you know, the worlds. So, how are we doing up here? Yeah, big flat base. Yeah, I'm really hoping they'll get the angled and sloped blocks and stuff in, you know, relatively soon, because it would be nice to build something more than, you know, cubes. And not that, I don't know, I try to add a little bit of aesthetic detail, but, you know, I don't go over the top on it usually. Definitely don't have the big ornate fancy bases, but alright, how do we want to do this then? I guess we could just come straight out here. And I think we want to add, actually put a lot of windows in here. I guess the plants do check for sunlight. I don't think you have to have it. But they do, and I have no idea how big I built this room. I'm gonna say we got 3 by 5 right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe a 3 by 5. We'll start off with that. I mean, if we have to, we can always expand the base. You know, preferably I would rather not have to, you know, depressurize the hydroponics area, because I'm assuming, you know, plants probably really aren't gonna like that if it's no pressurized and the temperature drops below 0. I imagine that, you know, that's probably going to kill them all. So, we'll, you know, hopefully we won't have to do that. I suppose if we're really careful, we could add on, pressurize the room, and then combine them. Let me see. And I'm probably going to pull those down because I'm going to want those to be walls. Actually, that's right. We're doing walls, so that's actually going to be a pretty decent sized room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's going to be a 5 by 5. Yeah, I forgot if we do the windows, they're you know, I'm so used to building with the blocks, which does take a lot of space, but it is nice that you can mount everything. And the east is actually, well, I'm calling it east, but sunrise is that way, sunset's that way. You know, oh, you know what? All right, we might get a little bit fancy with this then. I actually want to push the hydroponics out this way. That way, basically the base isn't going to block the sun, and it'll get sun during the day. I don't know if it's really making, you know, that big of a difference, but realistically, I mean, that would be the kind of way you would really want to build it. So first of all, let's get these pulled, because we don't need these. And let's go ahead and, actually, before we do anything else, let's weld some of the floor so I don't have to keep jumping around on this. And we're going to have to figure out, I think, so we're going to have to plumb water over here. We'll have to get the oxygen brought over. So obviously we're going to be, actually I should not weld these completely just so we can still, speaking of water, there's some ice right there. Which, since it's under the base, I don't really feel like making a giant hole there. Yeah, we don't want to go too far over. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bend here. You know, kind of make this like a little corridor. And then basically well, I'm probably going to keep calling it a greenhouse, but the hydroponics area will just come off the side of the base here. And I think that'll work out pretty well. So we actually didn't need to weld those two. And let me see now. So we do probably want to weld. I'm thinking if we do walls, we may go ahead and make this glass as well. Then, and you know what? We might want to actually, I think what we'll do is we'll turn this into an airlock. So we'll put an airlock here, like an airlock door come in, maybe 2 rooms, airlock door here, go out. And then that way we can keep it pressurized separately from the base. So if we do have to depressurize the base for some reason, we don't have to you know, worry about it, you know, depressurizing the greenhouse. I mean, granted, we can just put one of these doors in, it'll keep the pressure in, but you know, then if we have to go in there for some reason because we're doing something on the base, and besides, why not? You know, we have the space, we can, if we don't have the resources, we can collect them. So I think I'd like to do that. Probably be a pretty decent setup. And yeah, because I think right now, oh, the battery go dead. Of course the battery went dead. Change this out. Honestly, I'm getting some extra big batteries here, so go ahead and just put a big battery in there. At some point, I got to make nuclear batteries. All right, let's get this stuff pulled back up. Let's see. So let's see if we do block. Autosave. All right, block, and then yeah. So we don't need this one, and we don't need those two. Okay, there we go. Now we can kind of get this back on track. All right, let's go ahead and grab those. Oh, we're probably still making those two, aren't we? Oh, no, we stopped. We got 17. And we'll make a few more because now we're going to do the airlock and we'll want to close that in blocks. So we're going to need one up there. 1, 2. And I think, yeah, we're just going to do this as a corridor. Basically type airlock. We don't need anything. I think I will make it too tall, though. Just because I pretty much make everything at least too tall. And we'll go ahead and fill that in. Fill that in. Fill that in. Okay, so this will give us kind of like our airlock. And then this will be coming out into the greenhouse itself. Oh, you know what? We could actually just share this wall, and that way we can, you know, look into the greenhouse if we want. And we'll actually do that instead of pushing over more that way. It'll keep us closer to where all of our oxygen and stuff is as well. So that'd be kind of neat. And then we can watch if our, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that will probably work pretty good. Well, then again, like I said, I haven't done the hydroponics, so I'm not sure exactly how big of an area I need. And it'll be interesting because, we're still the only really CO2 we're getting is. I'm gonna push this out one more. Why not? And I don't know if it's worth it probably to make like a. I mean, you can't make ships yet, but we're probably gonna want somewhere to build ships at. I would think. Yeah, I think we'll do it like that. Yeah, that should work pretty good, I think. And since we've got some blocks left over, let's go ahead and throw some up here and kind of square this off a little bit. Since, everything's a cube. There we go. And, and we're going to need, we will need one block up here because that's going to be the door. Oh, that'll work because we can put a light up there. It'll shine down. All right. So let us, we can put these back. We'll switch it over to making sheets because we're definitely going to need. Oh, wait, we need iron sheets for the walls, don't we? Yeah, I guess we'll weld up what we can. See where we go from there. Yeah, I'm trying to think because if we're going to do this as an airlock, we're going to need to get some airlock kits and stuff. Get that all set up. So I don't think we want to fully weld all of these. Just because we are, we're going to end up, we got to mount the stuff on it and then open them back up. And I kind of wish they would, I don't know, because you got to have the frame there to be able to mount the stuff. And then to wire it all up, you basically got to pull the frame back off and the stuff just magically floats there until you, put the frame back. So it's not really the most user-friendly system to do it that way, I guess. Makes it a little bit cumbersome. Come on, there we go. But we'll get the airlock set up here relatively quickly. Let's see. So I think that's pretty much everything there. And I've got to see for the, so obviously we're going to need to pipe water, carbon dioxide, obviously oxygen over here. We need to have our heating and cooling. So we've got a bit of stuff to run over here, which is obviously why I left the base depressurized. And thankfully pretty much all the tanks are, they're on the other side of, they're in the room on the other side of that wall. So we can either come down through the floor or come up over here, and maybe have all of our heating, cooling, and stuff on that side. All right, these ones we should be able to weld up fully. I don't see any reason we would need to put anything in those. Obviously, yeah, we're going to need more steel plates. But this gets us started. And gets us. Oh, I left my jetpack on. Oh, good thing we have a way to fill it. And I guess since I'm down here, I might as well go ahead and fill my battery too. Okay. Let me see. Are we on steel sheets or frames? Frames. All right, steel sheets. All right, build those. And while that's building that, what do we have for steel walls left over here? Anything? No, we have some iron sheets, but we only got 8. All right, yeah, it looks like we used them all up already. And we can actually stack that with that. All right, so let's get, which thankfully these build a lot faster than the steel frames. And I'm going to have to move those yet again. I guess the organic stuff I can just carry out here. That's right, we were up here, weren't we? I don't think we'll need anything in that one. Probably won't need anything in that one. Oh, I should have swapped out my jetpack tank. That's right, I think we'll be alright. Let's see, what are we over? Are we over the... Not quite yet. That's the airlock one, I think. Okay, this should be over the other room, which we should be able to go ahead and weld up. Oh, really? I get down to like the last one. Okay. Well, thankfully, looks like those build fast, so we should have quite a few left already. Very nice. How are we doing on steel anyway? Oh, 25. Yeah, we're getting down there. Let me see. Alright, we'll stop those for now. Because if I remember correctly, the composite walls are iron and... Well, if we do the windows, it's iron and glass, I believe. So we don't even need steel for those. Okay, we'll get this. And then we can... There we go. And can we get that one from here? Yes. Don't really know if we can probably fill those ones in. We should be able to fill that one in as well. All right, so that should give us some access for the run all the stuff for the airlock. And we might need, I think, access to those. All right, so yeah, we can put fabricator over here, computer to run it. Oh yeah, we can close that one up. All right. So, yeah, Stationeers is pretty fun. I mean, it is complex. I mean, it's intentionally made to be complex. You know, that's kind of the intent of the game, I guess. And they do a pretty good job on it. You know, some stuff I wish, you know, like a lot of people, I wish the interface gets some taken use to, but it does work. Could it be better? I think so. I'd rather like a mouse system than whole keyboards, you know. But you know, maybe that'll change. It's early access. It's obviously pretty unpopular the way it's set up right now, you know. But hey, we'll see. So composite walls. Let's find construction kit wall. Copper, which we should have plenty of. Get some walls going here. Yeah, I played all of those. I really like Hellion. It's one of those games, you know, one thing can go wrong and you end up dying. I like where it's going though. And I will actually probably do a stream of that at some point. And once we, there's only so much. Stationeers is pretty new, so there's only so much really so far we can get until they start adding more content. What do we got here? What's going on? Steel. Oh, we had a steel frame drop in there. Yep. So I'll probably start alternating with some stuff while we're waiting for updates for Stationeers and stuff. All right, let's go start throwing some of these in. These take a while to do as well. So, and let me see. We want to not the railing. Oh, we do need to put railing around too, where the what do I want to say? Where we did the stairs going down. Yeah, it's yeah, it does. It's still it's been out for a little while, but they've done a lot of tweaking on it, so it hasn't progressed really fast. I still want to do a stream on rock as well, which is hopefully I keep checking every day to see if there's an update. But they are. I think it's been about a month, so hopefully something should come out relatively soon. No, we're gonna run into the. I guess we could run most stuff through. We're not gonna have a lot of blocks to mount stuff to. I almost wish the airlock was on the other side, but I am not gonna tear all that down and move it again. Yeah, and I mean it's there's not really any most of these types are indie devs. I don't think there's, at least off the top of my head, there's no, I guess mainstream or developers that are really making these types of games. So I guess it kind of goes with the genre, I guess. Oh, autosave. I do want to do Planet Nomads as well. I've messed around in that a little bit. Not a ton of hours. I've gotten a small base built and stuff, but that is a pretty fun one. And they just did the last update. They added what was it? They added solar power and some type of renewable, so you're not stuck on the generators they've had ever since the beginning. I think we'll make this too high, and for now we're just going to make this whole entire room basically glass, and see how it goes from there. Imagine some of these we might have to change out, because we're gonna need some spaces to mount stuff. So I might pull, I don't know, some of these off on that side. That way I can mount stuff to them. Oh, did we run out of something? Oh, iron. Okay, well that's an easy one to get. And do we have any other machines? I don't think so. Yep, which we can go ahead and just close that. We should just throw the stuff in there for now. I don't like leaving the stuff lay around. I had wow, how did it let me pick that up if I had? Oh, those were in my yeah, everything always likes to jump in there. Oh, I guess we'll go run the And I'm obviously going to have to go on a mining run at some point because we're getting kind of low on some stuff. Which I'll do again off camera. Yeah, the hydroponics. They don't really have a ton of use right now, but we should be empty on... Oh, we're not empty on pressure? How are we not empty on pressure? Oh, we never dropped it all the way down. Alright, well. It seems to be moving decently fast. Let it cool down. I was actually thinking about adding an airlock here as well. That way we can keep this furnace room depressurized, and then we don't have to really worry about the heat it generates at all, unless they've changed stuff. And come on. All right, so we can go ahead and turn that off. I'll kick this one on. Let that pressurize for a minute. I did read, I guess, which I hadn't realized, is I guess you can't keep a constant flow of gas to the furnace. It only allows, I guess, an input once per activation, which seems kind of dumb. You know, I'd like to be able to, it'd be nice if you could adjust the flow as it's going in, you know, basically run it as long as you need to, which explains why last time when I was trying to keep it running, you know, I thought just too much pollution built up in it, but it was more that you know, we just didn't have you just can't keep it running. Basically, you've got to run it in cycles. And what do we want? This one. And while it's running, we might as well process. Oh, we should do some silicone because we're going to need a ton of that for Windows. And what's our temperature at? Let's turn that off. Huh, that's weird because it did seem like that was still climbing, but it might have just been because it was process and stuff. Actually, glass is in the printer, isn't it? All right, anything else we need? I guess we can do the copper and maybe some more gold. We're definitely going to use up the copper when we're running lines, and we're definitely hot enough. I'm going to make some of the alloys at some point, or some more. Yeah, so we can make some of the higher end stuff. You know, get that going. At some point, we'll make nuclear batteries. I don't want to use all, just in case we need to make steel or something. I'll probably make them more iron. Make some, oh, and we'll make some more gold. And that'll probably be it for everything. Now, we still up? Yep, we're still up there. And pressure is getting kind of high. I don't know actually know what the max is of the machine, but, and I think that'll maybe be the, I think we're going to drop too low to, oh, yeah, we dropped too low. No, not for the gold. Oh, yeah, we dropped too low to do the iron now. Yep, all right, so we'll close that up. Activate that, get that vented out. That can run through our system and collect everything out of it. And that should last us a little while now. We'll go ahead and set it there. That way we'll have some gold and copper in each. Gold electrum solder. Yeah, we got to make the Constantine and Invar at some point. Oh, yeah, do the chutes to access the furnace. Yeah, that is a possibility. Uh, you know, I don't know. The thing's so finicky that, I mean, I guess we could all hook it up. We could hook it up to readouts and whatnot to be able to monitor the pressure and the temperature, and we could set it to kick in and out. I did think about setting up a. Did we get on the walls built? I can't remember if we need to build more or not, or if we're on to. Well, we had the 7 that we found. So, I did think about making one for each alloy. Whether or not, I don't know. That would be a pretty big setup. I mean, it would basically just be repeating it a couple of times for each alloy. I don't really know if it's worth it. I mean, you don't have to make them that often to to really probably warrant that big of a setup. When really you can just change the ratio. Right now I kind of like how it's set up right there. Where I can, it's kind of automated. It'll mix the gas. It'll maintain the pressure, and then basically we just drop the ores in and activate it. And if there's anything we need to change, we can do it right through the dials and whatnot. So it works overall. I mean, I could definitely see, if they don't change the furnace system and there is some type of automated inventory system, then I could warrant having, one of them for each alloy and whatnot to be able to, and honestly, I don't know if you would do them. A lot of the ranges are pretty close, so you could use the same furnace for a few different ones, as long as you had the inventory control to be able to tell it, which ores to send to make, depending on what you're making, so that it doesn't throw off the ratios. And what do we have for glass? We're definitely not going to have enough. We're going to need iron sheets, and we're going to need glass. So we'll get some iron sheets. Get iron sheets first. Ooh. Yeah, which thankfully those build really fast as well. So, and I think we actually have to apply the iron before we apply the glass, if I remember correctly. Oh no. Oh well, that was actually iron. Yeah, it won't let you. You got to apply the iron first. So yeah, we definitely want to get that going first. Start getting these filled in. And what do we have? I don't think we have anything really for the airlock. We have the console and basically some pipes. So, yeah, those build fast. Let's see how that lasts us. There we go. All right. So we've got some plumbing to do in here. I haven't even made the hydroponics trays, so I'm assuming I've got to tie the water into those. Is my guess. Wow, I thought that was going to last way longer. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going to need... And then that's our glass. Yeah, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, looks like. And, which is not bad. I should check because it... Nope, didn't throw any in there. Didn't throw one in there. Yep, kind of figured that. So we'll make a few more of those. 3, 4, 5. We'll get to 8. And then, of course, we'll have 1 extra. Or I counted wrong and we'll be 1 short. Oh, I should have started glass building. All right. And yep, we'll have 1 extra. All right, so that will be decent size, I do believe. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 12, 24. Another 18. So we need 30. Oh wow, we have almost enough glass. Very nice. So if I counted right, we only need 4 more sheets. Then I'll probably throw an airlock in real quick. Get that set up. Oh, and then, well, and easy will be setting up the fabricator. I mean, that's just a computer and the fabricator itself, and tie him into the power. Oh, yep, 1 extra. And probably stick another locker. Yeah, I'll stick another couple lockers around probably. All right, glass. And there we go. Oh, yeah, did we have a couple of, I think we did have a couple of composite walls left, because I think we need 3, 4 of those for that around the stairs. I almost forgot about that. I might as well just go ahead and throw those in real quick. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything anywhere. Yeah, I kind of wish they had a little bit more than. I guess it does darken up the opening a little bit when the glass is there, but if there's no light reflecting off of it, I can see it'd be very easy to miss one. Oh, and autosave. Yeah, remember one of these days, I gotta remember to turn the autosave frequency down. I will say one thing, the game is... Oh, wow, obviously I miscounted. Okay. Oh, I bet I needed 40, not 30. Probably forgot to carry a 1. So that means I should probably need 9 more. That seems too low. Well, actually, let that build. It'll build however it makes. We'll need more later on anyway. Oh, 3. Oh, yep, 3. 3 will work. Oh, other way. And yeah, we can put railing, railing, and railing. Hey, very nice. We won't fall off of it anymore. Not that I've actually managed to fall off of it yet, but, you know, if I don't put it there, I will. And where are we? 7. All right, let's try the 9. I could swear that it's going to be more than 9, but who knows? So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, it's going to be more than 9. And let's see. And then I'll have to go walk around and make sure I got them all, because that's the last thing I need to do is try to depressurize or pressurize the base and Forgot to put one of these glass sheets in here. I'm pretty sure I still have. Yeah. So, oh, it's actually kind of easier to tell from the outside. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, there is glass there. Okay, it's not easier to tell from the outside. I guess it depends on the just the angle of the sun. So I guess we're just too short. Yeah, it would be nice if they changed this a little bit. So I don't know, maybe add a little trim piece on when you put the glass in. That way it's a little bit easier to tell where you've got glass and where you're missing it. Though it might be easier to tell on when they get the Mars map playable, since everything's not gray. Okay, we'll make the 2. All right, and I guess we'll do airlock first. Get that up and running. That's relatively quick. So we'll need a set of doors. I believe we can make everything. I don't remember if we have to use the airlock doors. Are those in the electronic, or are they over here? I have a feeling they're in the electronic. Yeah. Okay. Keyboard, computer, fabricator, lights, logic. Oh, transfer, manufacturing, sorter. We don't need a power controller. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, they fixed that bug, and obviously we don't have an issue with, we get to move stuff over. I guess this is where we just have everything all in one machine again. I'm pretty sure we don't need any silicone over there, but why not? That way we don't have one thing sitting in one place. All right, airlock control. We do have, I think, an extra console, so we're set there. We don't need door control, gas display. Mode, power, solar, no. Cable fuses, no. Consoles. So yeah, I believe we do have a console already, so we're set there. We do need a sensor. Hey, Luca? Data disk, no. Flashlight, handheld tablet, no, no, no. Fabricator, lights. Oh. We go all the way around. Okay. Am I forgetting where the... Oh. Oh, actually we need... Okay. Well, we have everything we need off of that machine, so we can go ahead and pull the... we can play musical resources. This is where I'd really like to have like automated inventory control, so it can just pull the resources it needs. Okay, or get the fabricator hooked up and just make everything out of one machine. So we'll need an active vent. We should be all set on pipes. I think we'll need one passive vent. And I have a feeling... Oh, kit airlock. Very nice. Oh, those take forever. Okay. And we're going to have to make 2 of them. So we'll go take some of this stuff and get it set up while it's doing that. Let me see. Where do we want to tie everything into? I'm guessing we'll just pull off of that line because we'll need to go into the airlock door anyway. We can come in here. And we can put... I think we can just put everything pretty much right on this wall. Because we can just pass the vent through to the other side. I do want to also get a light in here as well. We'll stick the vent up there. Let's go make sure we're not... We got one. Really? We ran out of iron again. Holy cow. Okay, well, we've got one. Yeah, we can do that because we have wall on either side. All right. Oh. I guess we did make a lot of iron plates, huh? And we've got nothing in there. I'm pretty sure we already pulled everything out of here. Wow. And I think... So, we don't have... I guess we'll just go ahead and use it all. Come on, come on, drop in there. Thank you. And the last one. And drop in there. All right, let's... I don't want to change the pressure. Oh, yeah. Well, let's let it pressurize first. Is that enough? Nope. All right. Well, while that pressurizes, let's go change the suit battery. Get that done. All right. Oh, steel sheets. Which we will need eventually to put the seal up the rest of the base. Which thankfully, I think we have plenty. We still have plenty of steel. There we go. And iron. I don't think we have really anything else. I guess I could do the gold. 28. We don't need silver. We don't need nickel. Yeah, I'll just do the gold. I'm obviously, before the next episode, going to be going on a big mining run. There we go, gold. And then we can turn that on, dump the system. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna leave this room and we'll put another airlock here. It's a lot more convenient than trying to cool this room down. We'll leave everything in here in case we ever do want to pressurize it for some reason, and it's already here. But I think that'll be a little bit easier. All right, we'll go ahead and stick the gold in there. Stick the iron in there. Oh, that's the wrong machine, isn't it? Oh, iron. There we go. Airlock. Okay, very nice. Well, luckily we still have some other parts. Let me see. Console. Oh, we will need one piece of glass for that too. Yep. percentage is that at? Definitely don't want to make an extra one of those. Well, actually, we're going to need it for the other room anyway. We kind of want to just put the controls, well, I guess either way. We walk in, we'll be facing this wall. We walk in, we'll be facing this wall. It would be more convenient on this wall because everything else is already on this wall. And yeah. All right, let's go over there. That one should hopefully be done. Yeah, we can cancel the other one. All right, so there's our other door. And we're going to turn it that way. That will work nicely. All right, so we're going to do some wiring. Then I need some pipes. We should just need, actually we'll take the 20. And we'll go ahead and combine our wiring. What do we got for, did we not make the active vents in the passive vent yet? Oh, we made the active vent. I don't think we made the passive. No, we haven't made the passive. All right, so we can make that real quick and get that hooked up. Oh, I didn't change the sensor. I just threw it up there. I've got to change that to a gas sensor. I think it's on the default, which is the daylight sensor. I just realized that. Of course it is. And which way? Okay, I ran the. Okay, it's up at the top. I want to make sure this is oriented the same way so we're not snaking it around. There we go. And since we're going to need to use it here, we'll go ahead and change out the jetpack. Yeah, I would say that's pretty low. And look, fills up so nicely. All right, let's get this hooked up. Get the pipe done. I need a curve. There we go. Very nice. Go in on the other side now. Oh, autosave. And yeah, so hydroponics are definitely going to be kind of a learning experience. And of course, yeah, here's the part where you gotta build the wall so enough so that you can put everything on it, and then immediately tear it back off so you can actually put the stuff inside it that you need to put inside it. Come on, right there. Thank you. I'd still like to figure out a way to get this tied into the oxygen system that works without causing issues, but that will have to be for another point down the line. Right, so I don't think we actually need to access anything in there, so we should be able to just go ahead and put that back up. Get this. All right, jetpack off. Oh, I've got the torch still on, don't I? All right. Yeah, that's one of the needless things in the game is, you know, they should make the. Yeah, there is. I dug all the way down. everything in the game actually generates heat if there's atmosphere. Every item in the game will actually generate a little bit of heat. So I'm assuming it's the same with the plants. That it's probably not enough to really make a difference. And you've got to keep the greenhouse. I guess the ideal temperature is between 30 and 40 degrees Celsius. So you got to keep it pretty warm, a lot warmer than you'd want to keep the base. Oh, hang on one second. Sorry about that. My wife wouldn't tell me goodnight, and I can't really tell her to go away. That doesn't work too good. Yeah, I have. There's kind of a magma layer down below, if you want to call it that. You get to. Oh shoot! I should have made that a junction. If you dig straight down, it's a perfectly flat. I think of it as just flat bedrock, is like in Minecraft, basically. It's got a different texture. It looks like there's. I wouldn't really say. I guess you could say it's magma. I should have probably put a junction on that too. It is a neat texture, and hopefully it's an indicator that maybe there will be lava in the game later on. I'd like to be able to do some, maybe have some like geothermal or something. I mean, obviously there's heat in the game, so yeah, actually we'll run it that way. I think that will work better. Oh, yeah, I've got to change that sensor too, but it'll wire up the same, so we can leave that there. And we'll do that. Very nice. That will work. And let's see. Now, oh, we are actually going to need to pull wire through. That's right. You can't pass power through the air. Oh, my jetpack's still on. You can't pass power through the airlock. So we'll. I guess it's probably easier just to go through. And probably down there, I guess. And let's see. Yeah, I'll probably just do that. All right, first of all, let's start here. And we're going to need to... Oh, you know what? I should make a light to go in here as well. If we do... I think we'll actually just do a straight line back. That will probably work. Join there. Do a curve, a three-way corner. Yeah, we'll need to go up above and add, throw a light in up there. Oh, I almost did that the wrong way. You know what? We should just be able to run a line right down through here, because we're going to need... I guess actually either way will work. I'm thinking if we put the fabricator and the a computer here. We're either going to pull down this way. I guess we can actually just tie them in together. Probably doesn't really make that much of a difference. I guess either way would work. Okay, we'll throw a three-way corner in here. Or junction, I should say. Come on, come on, one of these ways. Thank you. And we'll just run right down here. That way, oh, really? Really? I get right down to the very end. Should have known that was going to happen. Well, this will give us a couple wires back anyway. Oh, that's right. That was a corner, not a junction. All right. Let me guess. All the copper's in here, right? Yep. Again, musical resources. Copper. And I'm just going to let that run for a while because cable's one of those things that you're always going to need more. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. Let that make a couple. While it's doing that, I want to run down here and see how our batteries are doing since we're actually using machines and whatnot. They're not really heavy. No, we're doing pretty good. This one doesn't quite get full during the day normally when stuff's running, so we're still building. We're definitely not draining the system. We'll check it once we get all the greenhouse stuff in, because that's something that we're going to want to leave on. Oh, I didn't change that, did I? Okay, good. Right. And just let that build some more. There we go. And then I think it's just a matter of... So, oh, we still need a sheet of glass, too. Alright, so let's pull that daylight sensor off of there since we do not need that. Drill? Probably drill. Everything's a drill. Yep. Alright, let's put the correct sensor up there. Gas sensor. Thank you. Alright, so we need to run a line up. Okay, I guess we'll change that. We'll come up that way. Get the line up there. Get the light up there. And then we should be doing pretty good. Oh, I must have hit the button and stopped it. Okay. I was like, yeah, I know we did not run through all the copper. All right. And so we need some glass. Well, really, we need one sheet of glass. Glass, glass, glass. Oh, we need light too. Okay, build that. And I think we need copper and iron as well for the for the light. No, stop. Light. I go past it. Oh, nope. Yeah, iron and copper. I hate when you drop stuff that it's, I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's right in front of you, but it's kind of annoying because every time you drop something and to go pick something else up, it's right in front of you. And do I need something else in there? Oh, yeah, the copper, which is currently in here. Yeah, I think the day they add some type of inventory system in, I will be so happy. I am interested to see what they're going to add for the power systems. No, I'm hoping they're not going to get really crazy with it. But it would be... Oh, yeah, I don't want an LED. Thank you. We'll go ahead and turn that on. And then we got to run a cable through there. And while we have this all torn apart, we need to make sure we need to run power into the greenhouse somewhere. And I guess we could run it up and over and down and through. We might actually be able to come right through here. I don't know if there's any power. I don't know if there's any power coming in through that wall or not. I want to say I think there is, because I think it runs over through there. Maybe for the pressure regulators for the refill tanks. But I have a feeling I ran that over the door and around. Okay. Oh, look. Airlocks with power. It's amazing. Alright. So... Okay, let's drop those for now. And change this to a junction. There we go. Run that up. No, yeah, I guess it's the same thing either way. I was going to say, I wonder if it was just worth it to swap the swap it to the to swap the gas in the gas sensor, but I guess not. Come on. Oh, it's auto saved. I'm like, why isn't it turning? Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, is that not going to clear? That's going to be really annoying. That's not going to clear, is it? Nope. All right, let's change that. Oh, does it? We can always move it easy enough. There we go. That'll work. Oh, look, we can see. And yeah, we'll stick it on the wall over there. Yeah, we can stick it over here. And we'll probably just turn this into a junction. Run this down, and then we're going to turn this into a junction as well. And we can feed the power into the greenhouse from there. All right, let's get that and that. And for now, we'll just tie this in. Come on, right there. We'll just bring this in here just to have it come in somewhere. Thank you. Okay, so let's not burn the wiring if we can help it. Yeah, let's not open the helmet. Yeah. We're gonna need more steel sheets too, aren't we? Is that the only ones we had hanging around? We didn't leave any more laying around? I guess not. Alright, come on. And we'll get this sealed up. Alright, that seals up the airlock. We still gotta do the floor in here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6. We need 18 sheets for in there. Actually, we don't want to do the floor yet. Just in case we've got to run pipes and stuff through it. And anything to seal up out here? Nope, that looks good. So we should just have to program the airlock. Oh, we got to put a piece of glass in there. That's right. Where did I leave that at? Oh, there we go. Okay. Turn that on. Yeah, we don't need to control. Oh, this is going to be a pain. All right, let's go grab the labeler. There is way too much stuff in there to airlock. So we're going to call this greenhouse. And we're going to call this greenhouse 8. Actually, we're just going to abbreviate GH. Vent. We don't need to control the light. That's fine. Gas sensor. That'll work. And just in case we have any other sensors in the greenhouse, I just wanted to make greenhouse sensor. Vent sensor. Yeah, that should be. Oh, and then, well, we don't need to name the console. All right. And while I'm looking at it, that's going to really bother me if I don't fix that. There we go. Okay, so yes, greenhouse vent, greenhouse exterior, greenhouse, yep, that is interior, greenhouse sensor, and are we missing anything? Vent, sensor, gas sensor, air, yeah, that should be it. Alright, yeah, we'll throw that back on there. We turned that off. Yes, we did. Okay. Very nice. Cycle to interior. And then we're going to cancel pressure because obviously we can't pressurize. Very nice. So yeah. And I want to see, did they fix this where if you shut those off, can we now... Yeah, you can't. You still can't force them. Okay. Which, it's not that big of a deal, but... Alright. Oh, the ferns make a ton of oxygen. That's good to know. But they still require CO2 as an input, though, right? Because we don't really have a ton of CO2 right now. And as far as I remember, I haven't lost any. It's just, that's all I've really produced, which reminds me I should check the suit. And I guess we can dump the suit out. And one of these days I'm actually going to have to move that because I just realized when I put the wall on there, I'm not going to be able to see any of it. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, you get some. I didn't think you get that much, though, if you don't, I should probably put my tank back on. If you burn pretty cleanly, though. Unless I'm reading, let me see, where's the white tablet? Yeah, it's from using. So, if I remember correctly, oxygen, nitrogen, volatiles. I know I go through this. I really got to put labels on these. Pollution, water. One of these, well, if that's the CO2, that's a lot, but I have a feeling that's our volatiles. I think that's the CO2. And what's really annoying is you cannot read these when they're inside the thing, which is quite annoying. CO2. Yeah, so we've got 1187, which is basically all we've generated since we started the game. Yeah, volatiles. So we've got plenty of volatiles. Do I have silicone? Yeah. Well, we just smelted the rest of it, so we could, you can always go gather some more. I haven't really made too much of it. I mean, this is literally all the windows we've done is the greenhouse in here. But there's plenty of deposits close by. And we kind of like this because we can still see outside. All right, let me take that. I'm not even going to put that back. This is kind of weird with it floating there, but oh, I don't know. I kind of like how they look inside their cubes, though. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it back. Yeah, there is my tough decision for the day, is whether or not to put that back on there or not. I have been debating on taking the frames out, but I should just make signs. And then I don't have to worry about that. Oh, does that make O2? Or CO2? Yeah, we'll go have to gather some. Wow, we've got like every machine on. Alright, let's and we don't need electrum in them. Oh, actually we did for the sensor, I think it was. Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't really like use bugs to generate stuff. Oh, come on, really? I really wish they would change it so that when you pulled the lever, it would dump everything, and then if the inventory is empty, the lever returns. That would be so nice. Because obviously, once you've emptied the machine, you're not going to keep it set to be emptied. Yeah, I don't really like taking advantage of bugs, though. Just because, you know, if you get used to doing it that way, and you know, if they fix the bug, then, you know, you have to figure out how else are you supposed to do it or whatnot. Yeah, let's not. Oh, and an autosave. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I am going to be doing a mining run. Yeah, the rare stuff we're kind of pretty much set on, but yeah, obviously copper, iron, silicone, gold. Yeah, I'm going to be going on a mining run. And I'm actually also now that we've added the greenhouse on, we're going to have to see if we have enough oxygen to pressurize the base or not. I'm assuming how everything went after adding the battery storage area on, then no, I'm probably going to have to go do another 4 runs of oxygen to be able to pressurize that. Yeah, so. All right. Or I guess we could, I'm wondering if we put do the plants need any oxygen at all? Because if not, we could just flood it with CO2. And we could actually just always use the airlock. The drawback to that is we're going to have to add a filter system in so we can pump CO2 back into... Well, no, we won't really. We're not going to do that. Oh, for the plants? I thought they needed the CO2 though. Oh yeah, I mean we have a whole air scrubber system set up. I mean, I've got. We've just got to get it tied into the. Yeah. So we can flood it with the. We don't have to flood it with the oxygen, which would be kind of pointless anyway. Um, so we'll hook that up to fill with the CO2, and then we'll put a intake on it with, I guess, a filter on that to pull out just oxygen, and it can dump into the oxygen system. Yeah, I guess the ideal range is 30 to 40 degrees, from what I was reading online the other day. Um, but yeah, I'll set it to 100, and yeah, I think that'll. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is that'll make the airlock setup a little bit more complicated, I guess. Um, well, no, because we can. If we vent CO2 into the base, it shouldn't be high enough quantities from cycling the airlock to matter. And part of the automating on the base is to get it. We've got to get it set up so that it'll. My thought is we'll have one intake running, one exhaust running, and we'll set it to. Oh yeah, to filter out to the O2 system. Yeah, yeah, we'll do that, and then. Oh, you know what I could do too is I could put one in the airlock. So that way, when the vent cycles, we can put a CO2 filter in there, or an O2 filter, either way, and it'll either dump the waste as either the O2 or the CO2, and either dump it into the O2 system or the CO2 system. That way we don't have to throw it into the base air and then have it run through the system, because as long as it takes to depressurize the base, I would imagine it probably takes forever to filter out the particulates when we actually get it to where we're filtering the atmosphere in the base, opposed to just depressurizing it and pressurizing it. So yeah, that'll be a good way to set that up. Um, yeah, and that. And now that I think of it, that would have been a really good way to set that up too. Um, if you haven't seen my older videos, when the first time I pressurized the base, I got it all pressurized, and then I was like, oh well, my suit all low. Before I depressurize it, I should fill up my tank and whatnot. And I filled up my tank, and then my tank ended up being contaminated. The base air ended up being contaminated, and it was the oxygen system when it was cycling was dumping back into. I had it dumping into the oxygen system, and not into the filtration system, because obviously it was filling from the O2 system. So basically, because of using my jetpack and welding and whatnot, and whatever was polluted in the base atmosphere, yeah, it polluted the whole entire system. So I had to basically end up putting a vent on, you know, and setting up a whole bunch of stuff really quick. And yeah, it was fun times. And basically pumping out everything in the base, dumping everything in the O2 system, back out into the base, and then running it through the filtration system to get out all the impurities. Um, yeah, that was fun. Um, and then only to realize, like, part of the way through it, that you know, really all I needed to do was, um, what was the quick fix? Well, for one, throw a couple of filters in my suits to get rid of most of the pollutants. Um, but two was, yeah, I got the whole system drained. Yeah, because before I started filtering all the base air out, and then I just realized, I said, why don't I just drain the whole entire O2 system? Because I didn't have enough to fully pressurize the base anyway. Yeah, it's, well, I have a whole moon to build on, so, I try not to make anything too cramped. Um, and obviously, they're still adding stuff to the game, so, I can see, having to add another machine or something later on, and I'd rather not have to rip down walls and whatnot, which, probably still will happen, but, and I think we do have, yeah, I don't know how many items I'm up. Really? I hit enter. Oh, okay. I guess it's not showing me. Oh, usually you hit up enter and it brings. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 2,371. So not that large of an amount. And let me see. So which one is this? Organic supplies. So this is the one we want to drag into. And here's where I'm feeling like this should be a virtual reality headset game, because, this is the virtual reality thing. You drag stuff around and bang it against every single thing you can possibly can, and okay, anyway. Let's go ahead and cycle this. And cancel. And now I've probably managed to bury both handles, so I can't actually get to it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably just stick with the, if the ferns make a ton of oxygen, then I'll probably just stick with just growing that for now, because there's not really a need to eat. So once they add that in, then I can see, about planting other stuff. But honestly, I'm sick of tired of like going out and spending 3 hours mining oxides to be able to repressurize the base when I add a section in. All right, let me see. So that's good. At least we're down to one crate in the base. I actually want to take the leveler and put it over here with the with that stuff. Yellow, blue. Yeah. I should probably just throw out the flares. I don't think I'm ever going to use them. Actually, I can probably recycle the flares. Yeah, we'll stick it over there for now. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call this good for this episode. We're running almost 2 hours. Honestly, I probably should have stopped that a while ago and started another stream up. I try to keep them about an hour, just so if people watch them later on, they don't get really long. But definitely some good progress. I've got the greenhouse basically blocked out, and the airlock set up for it. So next episode is hopefully we'll be adding hydroponics trays and pumping in CO2. Luckily, it's right here, so we can pull right off of it. And we'll probably just actually run it under the floor and out through this wall, because then we can come that walls are shared on the other side. The same thing with the O2, which the O2 actually already comes to right here, so we can tie right off of that and have it pump back in. And we'll have the airlock Maybe we'll get that set up as well to filter out, and hopefully, potentially we'll have it up and running tomorrow, which I do plan on streaming tomorrow, and probably same thing. Probably do 1 to 3 hours. Try to break it up into the 1 hour increments as usual. I say as usual, but I haven't done that in the last 2 days. We'll just throw that in there for now. Oh, maybe not. I will go do a big mining run before the next episode. So that'll take a little bit of time, obviously. I assume most people don't really want to see a mining run. They're not really that interesting, unless something exciting happens with the game or something. There's not really anything to talk about. So, but yeah, I'll go do the mining run first. Get stocked up on materials. Then we'll get the greenhouse and tie in the airlock some more. Probably throw the fabricator in real quick first thing, just because that's really quick. And then after that, it's finally on to flushing out some of the systems and trying to get some stuff kind of automated as much as we can. We definitely got to get the base filtration and I've got to get up a system set up to, first of all, maintain the pressure, which I might try messing with the console again, the air control console. I guess they fixed the bug in that, so it's not basically just magically losing thousands of kPa of oxygen anymore. I'll definitely do a save before I test it out, and make sure, because if it does, then I'm definitely going to roll it back and just not use it. But that will actually maintain that's a good way to maintain 100 kPa, because then we can set it in drop mode, and it will just trickle fill as we use CO2, and then maybe. What I want to see though is if we have a couple of the returns running, which is I'm saying it's returns, the ones that pull into the I'm going to act as these as vents and returns, like a regular heating or cooling system or Havoc system. I want to see if the system, if that's set up, if it will automatically compensate for the returns pulling the oxygen out. Obviously, I don't want the oxygen level just to drop really low. So I'd like to test that out. And then if it can't, then maybe we can set up something with either computer or logic chips. Should be easy with a gas monitor to have it, set an upper and lower range. Basically set it to if it's below 100 or if it's above 100, on, off, whatnot. I do want to see if maybe we can set up, can the pipe analyzer detect what is in the pipe? Oxygen volatiles, yes. So we could probably set up a pipe analyzer on, because the last I knew, the gas sensors could not detect. They only detect pressure, right? Pressure and temperature, I believe. So if we set up a pipe analyzer on the return line, we should be able to have it tell if there's anything other than oxygen in there. And then if it only detects oxygen, maybe that won't work. We might have to tie it into something else. Because my thought is that if it detects that there's oxygen in, there might be a way around this. So what we could do is we could set up a sensor and have it run from an active to a passive and basically just circulate air, right? So kind of like how these are the heating and cooling, but this is just an active, or how this is a cooling. We don't hook up a radiator, just hook up a a active vent, a passive vent, like in an airlock. It's just going to pull air through and out. It just runs 24/7. If you use a pipe analyzer to detect pollutants, then if it detects anything other than oxygen, or like nitrogen, it will automatically run the return system, so it'll filter out. And then once it doesn't detect any pollutants, it'll shut off. I think that would work, and that would be a good way to maintain the air quality in the base. As far as I know, the little console, it's, it only does pressure right now. It'll tell you if there's pollutants, I believe, but it doesn't. There's no way to control anything. So I think that'll be a way to do that, but that'll be probably sometime this weekend, because that's my next highest priority after getting the airlock set up in the fabricator, is getting some type of purifying the air in the base, so we're not constantly depressurizing and pressurizing the base because we've welded or had to use the jetpack in it or something. Yeah, I think that might work. All right. Well, this is Mickey D. I hope you guys enjoy me. Hey, Fuzzy. You caught it right at the end. All right. Well, this is Mickey D. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And I will see you guys tomorrow after my mining run. All right. Have a good night.